Alex Villanueva says he was not aware of this incident because it did not rise to the level that warrants a sheriff's immediate review, but it was handled by the proper division.
There was no major injuries, and obviously no one was shot, so this does not have the same pathway like a deputy-involved shooting. So it was properly investigated at the time, and it takes time. And the conclusion of the investigation happens now on the current sheriff's watch.
Former Sheriff Alex Villanueva says the timing of Sheriff Robert Luna's press conference and decision to release this deputy body cam footage is no coincidence.
Tomorrow is the one-year statute of limitations of the case.
Villanueva questions why his successor chose not to release all the deputies' footage, which can be requested. Sheriff Luna says,
I think we are being courteous in editing it down.
But Villanueva thinks the limited view doesn't tell the full story and only incites the public.
Is to create a false image in the eyes of the public about the nature of the incident. I think that's inappropriate. In fact, I think it's unethical. Without
being able to see all the footage himself, Villanueva says it's hard to judge the deputy's actions, but he does feel strongly about one thing.
Do you think that this deputy should be criminally charged?
No. If there's an issue about his improper application of force, it's not going to rise to the level of criminal action.
Villanueva wants the public to remember the good that came out of the traffic stop involving a DUI driver that was driving with a suspended license and without his headlights on, and 3 infants that were not in car seats.
A tragedy was averted because they were pulled over successfully. All it would have taken was one small traffic accident and all those babies would have gone flying, and then it would be a death.
Bottom line, the former sheriff has a rough review of the new sheriff in town.
He's trying to basically pretend like he's supporting the deputies in their privacy rights while he's throwing them under the bus, and you can't have it both ways.
Now, something else to consider. It was under Sheriff Villanueva that deputy-worn body cams were instituted in the field.
So now we see how this plays out as Sheriff Luna moves this forward.
And he'll be watching.
Yeah, okay. Of course, they both have very different styles in the way they talk about all this. Marla, thank you.